Welcome to the finals of the 2025 TAT Summer Classic. The True Amateur Tournament Summer Classic Finals are brought to you by Roto Grip Bowling. Own it. And by the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. By Kegel, built for bowling. By Cool Wick, official apparel merchandiser for the Storm Youth Championships. By Hochstadter's Slow and Low. And by Sin City Apparel. Now, from the Orleans Hotel and Casino, it's the 2025 TAT Summer Classic. Welcome to the finals of the 2025 TAT Summer Classic. The True Amateur Tournament Summer Classic Finals are brought to you by Roto Grip Bowling. Own it. And by the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. By Kegel, built for bowling. By Cool Wick, official apparel merchandiser for the Storm Youth Championships. By Hochstadter's Slow and Low. And by Sin City Apparel. Now, from the Orleans Hotel and Casino, it's the 2025 TAT Summer Classic. Welcome to the finals of the 2025 TAT Summer Classic. The True Amateur Tournament Summer Classic Finals are brought to you by Roto Grip Bowling. Own it. And by the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. By Kegel, built for bowling. By Cool Wick, official apparel merchandiser for the Storm Youth Championships. By Hochstadter's Slow and Low. And by Sin City Apparel. Now, from the Orleans Hotel and Casino, it's the 2025 TAT Summer Classic. Welcome to the finals of the 2025 TAT Summer Classic. The True Amateur Tournament Summer Classic Finals are brought to you by Roto Grip Bowling. Own it. And by the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. By Kegel, built for bowling. By Cool Wick, official apparel merchandiser for the Storm Youth Championships. By Hochstadter's Slow and Low. And by Sin City Apparel. Now, from the Orleans Hotel and Casino, it's the 2025 TAT Summer Classic. Welcome to the finals of the 2025 TAT Summer Classic. The True Amateur Tournament Summer Classic Finals are brought to you by Roto Grip Bowling. Own it. And by the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. By Kegel, built for bowling. By Cool Wick, official apparel merchandiser for the Storm Youth Championships. By Hochstadter's Slow and Low. And by Sin City Apparel. Now, from the Orleans Hotel and Casino, it's the 2025 TAT Summer Classic. Welcome to the finals.
All right. Well, everybody, welcome.
Oh,
to
we got Radio Matt.
We do. Welcome.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Matt McNeil here alongside the very talented Blair Blumenscheid, and, of course, the man that needs no introduction.
Oh, come on now.
From the Midwest, his nickname is Stuff, Roto Schlem.
Facts.
Chris Schlemmer. And,
what is up?
Well, I tell you, it's been a great 8 days.
8 days. Yeah. I mean, you haven't been here for the duration like I have, but who's keeping score at home?
Well,
No, it's been a great event, and we've had here we are. We're now at the grand finals. We're in the spot for $20,000 to the winner, and we noticed. Here's the other thing too, right? Matt's got the payouts because the Happy Gilmore check is blank, and that is because they don't know if they're going to add to the pot. Which is what you said, 4 out of 5 are in?
4 out of 5.
Okay.
Yep, and we'll go over that once we get underway here. But the TAT Progressive Pot currently stands $91,110 US. And of course, if you are the winner and you are in said Progressive Pot and you throw one strike, well, they're going to tack on an extra $17,222 to your $25,000 for a grand total of $42,222.
And yeah, we've talked about it before that 5 is the kicker for being in the progressive pot.
Yes.
So it's for the gentleman who didn't enter that part.
Yep.
If he wins, it's 20,000.
Yep.
Anybody else that's in it wins it, they're automatic 25. Then they have the strike opportunity to get to that other bonus round, and that's why, like I said, that's why I have the blank. Happy check down there.
The Happy Gilmore check.
The happy check.
Absolutely. Well, whoever gets it is definitely going to have a big smile on their face.
Oh, absolutely. How could you not?
100%. So, Shlem, you've been here, like
Yes,
we said,
sir.
for 8 days, and we're once again on fresh. The Orleans mechanical staff came out here, and they double burned the lanes.
Yep, and we dropped the old lane Zamboni.
Yep.
And we got some fresh grease out there for them.
Fresh wax, absolutely. Mm-hmm. So, what are going to be a couple key things that, in your mind, you've seen throughout the week?
I think not so much throughout the week, right? Because the fresh was on the VIP squads, okay.
Yep.
And these guys, as we see there's been some pitch outs and there's been some surface adjustments and there's some scratching of heads a little bit, right? And moving to square up to keep the angles a little bit straighter in front of you. I think that's going to be the move for the variety here. Doesn't seem to be a lot of urethane, the traction. We've seen some of the matches. I know, was it 37-38 was the pair today, throughout the day, right? The one urethane match was the one that, really caused some havoc late in the day, right? And when you're looking at what you have with this group, and we watched Joel throw his last shot right there. He can get left of the other righties. Tarika's left-handed. It's the deal of he's going to be able to keep, when he cheats left, he's got push. Yep. There's no traffic in there. And, when you got through the matches today, some of the pairs, there wasn't as much push, right? Yep. And, again, like we've talked about in the past, and Blair too, once you get down this way, it's a little bit tighter just due to the lane surface and topography because of, like we said, once you get past a certain spot in the building here, the lane surface just plays different, right? And so that's a variable we always take into consideration. And now joining us, the man who needs no introduction, Matt.
His name is known far and wide across the United States.
And worldwide.
Worldwide.
Internationally,
the TAT has grown into quite the organization. Jamie McWilliams, welcome.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me out here. Appreciate you.
Well,
it's your event.
It's your tournament.
I don't get out of the office much, so it's nice to get on the lanes and see some bowling.
Yeah. And our scratch division winner, Joel Reynoso, from right here in Las Vegas, stepping up to kick us off here in the Grand Finals.
Joel's a great bowler here in Vegas.
And just as I mentioned how good his look was moving in, and then he just yips one short and crosses over, right? And he knew it off his hand. It was not the best execution of that shot.
And he knows better. I think he's been bowling this tournament for almost all 25 years that we've been in business.
Are you sure? I feel like today's his first day bowling.
No, I think he's been here since, I know he's been here since the Texas Station days.
I'm just kidding.
My dad first started, so it's been at least 20 years.
Yeah, his bowling achievements include 50-plus 300s and 25-plus 800s. So
he's been around.
Yeah, he's been bowling for a while.
Yeah, just a great bowler. One of those great scratch bowlers here out in Vegas.
Yep.
He's definitely one of them.
Yeah, definitely, he's the local kid trying to make good here.
Yeah. Nice to have at least one local guy in the
absolutely.
Vegas has some great bowlers. It's nice to see him out here representing the whole city.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We got Marco here from Laredo, Texas. TAT Experience has been bowling these events since 2018. 803 only 6 perfect games, 11 times. Oh, he's picked the 710 11 times.
That's
So
incredible.
that's a little fun fact there for you.
I got to start bowling with Marco bowls.
Yeah, no kidding.
It sounds like it's makeable in that facility.
We'll see how things go here. Oh, he
Looks
jumps
pretty
in
good.
too.
Yep.
Does he like it?
Looks
That's a
pretty
pretty good
good.
pitch right there.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Good start.
Schlem, I think you called it. I think a little more left to right on fresh, just fresh, I think is really essential because this 2025 summer TAT pattern really doesn't have any hold built into it.
Correct.
And I think the only way the bowlers can create any type of hold is by opening their angles through the front part of the lane.
Well, these couple guys with Reverie, right? And we'll see. Be interested to see what Willie's direction choice is here. He's predominantly a straighter player, so
Senior bowler doesn't have quite the revs he
yeah.
used to, so let's see where he's going to
but
play.
again, we'll see. There were some surface adjustments and ball changes there in a practice session. As all of a sudden they're seeing fresh again.
I mean, he's a
And
seasoned
that's-
veteran too. He knows.
Oh, he
Got a little
moved in.
lucky there.
There's
Hey!
Hoop with the crowd.
Yeah, Willie King play into the big crowd
Seasoned
here.
veteran, like I said.
Catching the
man.
crossover.
He's a very intelligent bowler. I'll
Yeah.
give him that. And he actually he had the record for a while. I think he made 16 consecutive.
He has it in here.
Yeah, he would know more than me.
Made the final 17 times in a row.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Then he took like a year or two off, and
Okay.
then now he's right back at it. So good for Willie to see him here. He deserves it. He's from California, been bowling a long time as well.
Yeah.
And here we have Tarika Onishi she's from Menifee, California, via Utah is where she originally is from. And that's 10 back.
Pretty good shot there.
Well, Tarika, we've known Tarika a long time. So her father, Bob Onishi, the late Bob Onishi, used to work at Storm. He was there for a long time.
Great guy.
Corbett Austin and Uncle Bob were two peas in a pod, right? And he said Uncle Bob actually kind of looked over him in the bowling world. You always kind of have like that bowling dad, and that's what Bob was to Corbett. So cool story. Tarika, she wanted to get a shout out to she got the Storm fam, and then she's got her whole other list of fam. She goes, Shalom, good luck reading all this stuff. She goes, I needed more space on the paper, and she's not lying.
She wrote a paragraph. She's very popular in the bowling community. She's been around a while as well. Out of California, they got a big group here this week, so a lot of support here for her.
Mm-hmm. And Javi coming from crosses over. All right,
almost got away.
Javier from Monterey,
Monterey, Mexico, probably.
Yeah,
right?
well, I don't know. I'm guessing that's what it is. Nuevo León.
Nuevo León.
Yeah, what Jamie said. I got that.
Monterey, Mexico.
Yeah,
Same
okay.
thing.
And he's on here. It says he's only been bowling for a couple of years, so that's why he's here. He's new to the game.
Hey, he's throwing it pretty well so far today.
Hey, it's
doing-
one of
he
those
made
things
it
that
here.
the accelerating, in comparison to years past of learning the game of bowling. And Matt, you can attest to this because you and I have both done coaching around the world, right? The accelerated process of bowlers getting better faster is the greatest it's ever been, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, with social media and YouTube videos,
you've got
and,
access. You've got everything at your fingertips via digital world.
You
right?
can get online and get a tip from a pro in about 2 seconds nowadays.
That
So
is
it's
very
a lot
true.
easier for these guys to get better. And if you're smart and you take advantage of it and you work hard, I mean, there's no telling what you can do in a couple of years in this industry.
And so, like we were talking about Teresa's sheet, and my man Joel here, he, giving shout outs. He goes, too many people to mention. Love everybody, love them all. So, Joel, special shout out to his wife and son for holding the fort and the family down, taking care of things, letting him bowl and have a little fun here.
That's a little
seems
better.
to be a pretty good pitch. Rack gets the 10.
Got away with it, though.
And again, certain pairs you're going to see those messengers kind of fly like that, right? They're going to go in front. They could go behind. And again, it's just kind of nature of the beast on select pairs or even certain lanes. That's kind of just how it happens.
Mm-hmm. Jamie, another successful tournament for you.
Thanks,
Many
Matt. Great week here at the
Yep.
Orleans. Yeah, we packed this place once again. It's we've been here for 20. We haven't been at the Orleans for 25 years, but this is our 25th anniversary. We've been here for I think 18 years. And yeah, it's always nice to see this place full. That's for sure. And just to see all these great bowlers come together, and they just had a great time, man. Everyone had a great time this week. I heard it from multiple people, and they're just out here having fun and bowling. And it's a great bowling vacation. They get to see their friends. They get to get some practice on a really tough pattern. And most of them, when they go back home, we're going to be shooting honor scores. I see those on social media everywhere. When these guys get back home, it's like China to them compared to a week out here at the TAT. So yeah, it was just a great week, man. We had almost 1,000 people.
I was going to ask you, do we have a rough number or actual number of physical bodies and
just under 1,000 people, just under 4,000 entries. Yeah, we're still trying to calculate a few things in there, but it's
Willie catches again. He crossed over in the first frame, and now a little bit up the lane, took off, and exactly what Matt said. The pattern being fresh and a little flat, get a little friction. Got to get your angles the right way, unless you're going to jump, which we did see early in the week, and even on some of the fresh playing farther out. Yet to see anybody venture out that far, so it's going to be interesting to see how this transpires moving forward.
I haven't seen a lot of people out there on the fresh this week. The fresh has been kind of tricky.
It was early on, actually, and there was some pretty good score shot from the out. Ed Roberts, the one.
Yeah, he's like a 7-year-old guy that can still swing it the whole lane.
He bowled, I don't know, 730 or whatever.
712.
712
playing up too.
Yeah, playing the out. So. But again, that's not on every pair, and we've talked about it just because of the nature of this building, topography, just lane installs, the amount of traction, and how many lines are rolled on some of these pairs. Comparison, you get down here, it's a little bit different because there's less open play, so it tends to play a little bit tighter down here than say down left of the front desk or in front of the front desk.
And folks, if you take a look at the upper part of your screen, you're going to see our live scoreboard. Now the handicaps are built into these scores.
Okay.
So Willie King getting 16 pins. Yep. And Javier getting 44.
Yeah, he's our 169 and under bowler. Yep. So he's getting 44 to try to compete with these guys. Yep. And right now I think he's a little nervous.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Marco is getting 8, and Tarika is getting 36. And Joel is scratched. So that's why if you see a certain total in the second frame, but you see a higher score on the far right, that would be the reason why.
Yeah, and Joel's just one of the nicest guys in Vegas, man. I mean, I love seeing him and chatting with him. It's always a pleasure.
Yep.
He's a great bowler and a great guy.
Yep. Worked for K&K for quite some time. He's a really well-rounded bowler. I mean, he's worked in the industry for quite some time. He's bowled all over the country. He's always done very well at national events, USBC Nationals, the Bowlers Journal. Very well-rounded, accomplished player.
Yeah, he used to work right here at the Orleans in the K&K Pro Shop, drilling balls during the event, so he couldn't bowl for years.
I was going to say, that's what he actually had in here, right? He goes, drilled TAT balls for 12 years, exclamation point.
He was stuck in the Pro Shop. Now he's out on the lanes in the championship, so it's quite the story.
Cool story. Yeah, he stepped out of bowling a few years back. He took a different career path. We got Daryl Smith sneaking in here.
Oh, when you got a wife and a kid, sometimes you got to take a little break from the hobbies and get to work. You know, I did a little of that myself. So
yeah, you know how that goes.
Yeah, got to do it. Got to take care of the family.
All right, Willie, same kind of thing here. Matt, exactly what we've been talking about.
Yeah, Willie's at a point. I guarantee he feels as a bowler very trapped because he feels if he gives the weight a little more to the right with his rev rate and his speed that he's currently using, it's going to 210 on him.
Pretty good shot there from Marco.
Yeah, but so he's in a tough spot right now. I think this is definitely going to be a battle for him.
Yeah, Marco's pretty good bowler. I mean, he's a 210 average bowler out of Laredo, Texas. And the bowling in Texas is just crazy. How much those guys bowl and all the events they got going on. And I mean, I know some friends, the Todd Yellows that just moved to Texas, and they're all getting a lot better ever since they moved down there. So it's just kind of one of those areas where, like, if you're a bowler,
markets, yes.
Yeah, and you want to get better. I mean, Vegas, Texas, they're great places to go to get some work in.
Jamie, True Amateur Tournaments has been pretty much strictly a Nevada operation, but now it's a countrywide operation.
Worldwide.
And soon to be worldwide.
Soon to be.
Do you want to talk just real briefly about how many events you ran over the country this year so far?
What was it? Probably, God, I'm losing count now. I think it was about 6 of them that we ran around the country this year, so I'm traveling around more.
So far in 2025?
In the last year.
In the last 12 months span.
Yeah,
okay.
I got the Pittsburgh one coming up soon. I just got back from Oklahoma. And we got the... And then,
there we go. Javier getting the strike.
And then I ran the new Sin City Championships here in Vegas, like a little city championship that I ran over a couple weekends at the start of January, leading up to our February event.
Okay.
And we have our 2026 Nationals coming up in end of January, January 30th to February 8th. And that's over at South Point. That's our national tournament. We're going to have 1,500 people for that tournament. We're going to do 6,000 or 7,000 entries. It's just a crazy week. I mean, I'm hoping to get to like the 20,000 game mark, and we're pushing close to that $1 million payout mark for the week on that tournament the last couple of years. So I'm really hoping this is the year where we can get there and pay out that $1 million prize fund and really make it, a even bigger tournament than it has been for years, which is just crazy.
Mm-hmm. Makes the move.
Oh, a little too far out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been one of those things where my dad started this in 2025, and I don't know if you heard that I gave a little speech this morning to kind of cheer these guys on before they got started, and I was talking about the very first tournament when I was actually gone. I was a sophomore in high school, so I couldn't make it out here. But Bill O'Neill won, Belmo got second, and Sean Rash got third. So
wow, let's talk about a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and Rhino Page came for years. I mean, before those guys became pros, this is like a stepping stone to get there.
Absolutely.
And it was really cool.
Because everybody starts somewhere.
Yep. And this was, like I said, 25 years ago back in the day. And yeah, Bill O'Neill and Belmo in the final match, and that was before they were stars.
Yep.
Nobody really knew what their careers was going to go like, and yeah, it was really cool to kind of see them start up.
And then what's funny about that too, you tell the story of those two, they're roommates on tour.
Yeah,
like little did they know that was going to happen back then to what they've.
Well, they were probably roommates here that year too.
Yeah,
staying in Vegas, because back then they didn't have all that. They didn't have all that tour money.
Oh, Matt, exactly what you talked about. He gave it a little bit more, and he wasn't sure, and it snuck in just a little trip tumble there. But he was second guessing that little swing out of not sure he had enough reverie to get it back around the corner.
Well, and typically here for the right-handers, I've noticed. I don't know if you've noticed this too, Schlem, but it always seems like the majority of the left-hand lanes tend to hook early and bail for the right-handers.
Correct.
So if Willie throws the exact same shot on 35. I would imagine it would be a 210 or a bucket situation.
Highly possible.
He's going to have to make a gutsy move on that left lane.
That's about to be a bold move, Cotton.
Yep.
Gonna have to make a decision.
Yep.
Tarika comes up a little bit light, but again, she's in with the handicaps included there, she's right in the thick of things. Getting her pins as well.
Yep.
Our final matches are always close. I love it because there's been very few tournaments, and in the last 50 tournaments that I've ran where somebody just runs away with the final. So
correct.
It's a tough pattern. These guys are nervous. It's usually
big double. That's a big double.
It usually comes down to the end. So
big double for Javier.
This is going to be an interesting match, and we had some interesting matches at the Gold Coast yesterday too. I got a new TAT Masters tournament that we ran simultaneously at the Gold Coast, and it's all match play elimination finals, and there was some good matches going on.
There was unbelievable matches yesterday,
great.
Man.
Great action.
It was, and I think as you and I talked, and Blair as well, right? It's one of those deals of the format's a little bit different. Again, just another way to make money here. Part of the TAT umbrella, things to do. Once you make it to the finals, like you talked about, make it to the finals. Hey, you created something for them to go do.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, because we're using all 52 lanes here. Ever since Monday, we used all 52 lanes here. So I wanted to create something else for those guys. Because I hear it all the time. These guys qualify early and like, what am I supposed to do?
Right.
I guess I'll go downstairs and gamble. And
you can only do that so much.
Yeah, and then they could.
Unless you're as wealthy as Matt McNeil over there. It's not a problem,
I would say unless you're Vic Karbowski.
Yeah, so it gives them something else to do. Because they're here to bowl. They want to bowl as much stuff as they can. We have a bunch of different tournaments that go on inside this tournament. So we had the famous Rotogrip Challenge on Wednesday. Never disappoints. $5 grand first place. We had a senior tournament, $5 grand first place.
And exactly never disappoints, right? It was And I don't. Had it ever happened with not one person getting the 3 strikes? So we had all 5 go to a sudden death roll
Not
off.
all 5. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the first time all 5.
Okay, that was
went
the
to
first time.
5-man.
I thought it happened
one ball
before, but
roll
I
off.
was like, I can't remember in the 20-something year. I'm like,
Nah,
wow, okay.
we've had 3 or 4 of them, but not all,
Yeah.
not 5.
All right.
Well, honestly, I've changed the format now to where every division has their own division. So this is the first time there was 5 divisions.
Oh,
and,
gotcha.
And then
Okay.
we had all 5 of them. We had a 5-man, one ball roll off for $5,000.
Exactly.
I mean, it doesn't get much better than that in Vegas.
It was fun to be a part of and witness.
Yeah, and so we had that. We had some new no-tap sweepers, $1,000 first place. With the VIP tournament, $1,000 first place. Senior $5 grand first place. The team challenge, $10,000 first place. And then the Masters over at the Gold Coast, $10,000 first place. So
something for everybody.
A lot of big prizes to win out here. I mean, most of these guys, if they stay in their Staten Bowl,
Trip 4.
Well, trip 4 for Willie King.
That was a good
He
one,
is
too.
a
He
crafty
needed that.
veteran, folks.
Yes, he is.
That was a little right, and try to find a way.
Yeah, that's what my dad always wanted. He wanted to just make it a bunch of different ways to cash, not just one tournament, one shot at making money. You got multiple shots at getting cash, and I think at one point there was like over 300 ways to cash here. You know, there's hundreds of prizes. I wrote 600 checks this week.
All
to
right.
the bowlers. So
You actually wrote them all of them by hand, or did you print
we
them
have
on
a computer for that.
I was gonna say,
yeah,
then
we
you
have a
signed
computer.
your name.
I have a stamp for that. Yeah,
Attaboy.
so I can still use my hand.
Right. 7:10 here for Tarika. And while we're talking about her, giving her a shout out, she says to my family, both blood and in bowling, and she wanted to call out her girls. She goes, they know who they are, the ones that have supported me, as well as her own family, her mom, her brother Shaney,
Look at this.
and Kevin, who's here. Yeah, and my man Javier putting a
Jersey squasher, Brooklyn.
hey.
And it.
By the way, it looks like a turkey to me.
Yep. I've always said it's
Wanted to
not
bounce?
about how.
Oh,
It's
okay,
how
so we're
many.
going to get a score correction, I think, on that, because the ball bounced out of the gutter.
Yep.
For the 8-1.
Yeah. When I was a caddy, I used to tell my golfers, there's no picture on a scorecard.
That's right.
So whatever you can
It's
put down
it's coming. It's going to be one of those things at some point in time. It's going to be a digital scorecard that's going to show the picture, the shot shapes, and it'll be like, oh, that's how you got your par.
All that
or
matters
birdie.
is the number at the end.
That is true.
Well, in golf, it's almost a badge of honor. The messier the par is, the harder you work to scramble. To get it.
Messenger.
Yeah, I've had a few of those lately. That's for sure. Yeah, it's nice, man, when you can grind it out.
Yeah.
And these guys are doing just that right
They
now.
are.
All right, so we got, as expected, as advertised, we got a pressure cooker going here through 5. Still anybody's ball game.
A lot of strikes. We got 3 doubles up on the board. Just couldn't get it to fall.
Close on the messenger. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't help. These guys are staring at all our past winner banners, just dreaming about getting one up there themselves. They got the big giant check sitting there on the left. That's either going to be for 20 or 25,000 or plus the progressive
Exactly. That's what we explained that when we came on the broadcast of why the Happy Gilmore check is blank, because there's some other options that could get tacked on there.
Yeah, I mean, in February, Matt Jones won 46,572. So he threw 1 strike and got another 21,500 for 1 strike.
And he's like, I'm good.
Called it.
I'm taking it.
Smart man.
And so maybe explain that a little bit. And, we talked about the progressive. And so when you get to that spot, you get the percentage, you throw a strike. Then you have to put all that money back, or you get a percentage of it if you try to get another strike.
You got to risk what you won.
Risk reward,
to get another, 17,000 on the next
Matt's
strike.
got the breakdown.
Yeah, so it's the progressive pot's up to 91,000. So the first strike, so the winner of the tournament, what they got to do is they got to pay $10 in qualifying. You pay the $10 in qualifying, and you win the tournament.
And is that 10?
Oh,
hey now, backdoor trip. So is it
Needed
$10 every round or $10 for the
just
entire
in the
event?
squad that you qualify? So it depends
The
on how many
squad
times
that you
like if you go one squad and you qualify that one, $10, that gets you a $5,000 bonus when you win the tournament. Right there,
When
10
you win
to
yes.
5 grand, and then you get to throw some extra balls for some big money. You get 20, 40, and 80% of the pot with each ball, but you have to risk what you've won to continue on. So the first strike is 17,222. And if they want to risk that and throw a second ball with a second strike, they win 34,444.
And what if they don't strike on the second ball?
They get $2,500 for each strike and can throw a third ball. So they get $2,500 for each strike that they make, but they cannot miss if they want to take home the percentage of progressive pot. And then the third strike would be worth another $68,888 on top of the $25,000 they've already won.
Big baller, shot caller.
A lot of money out here to be won, and it's interesting talking to bowlers, and I'm always curious of what they would do, and I get all sorts of answers. Some people are like, "Oh, I'm going for it. Like, when am I gonna ever have a chance to bowl for that kind of money again? Like, I'm going for it." Other guys are like, "If I throw that first strike and win $17,000, I'm out the door."
Yep.
Right. To each their own, right?
Yeah, I saw Joel post something this morning on social media about going for $80K. So I think he's one of the ones that are going to go for it, if I had to guess.
If he gets the opportunity.
Well, he's basically in the realm right now with how Javier is plugging along. If Joel doesn't pick this up and strike out, he's not even going to have to make that decision.
Gets it out there.
Oh, struck. I mean, Javier with his pins right now is pacing 250. So unless, like I said, Joel can get out for 230, so he's going to need some help from Javier in the next 4 frames.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't count on the 169 under bowler to really come through in the clutch on this kind of performance. I mean, the most money this guy's probably ever bowled for in his life would be like a couple $1,000s, I would assume.
Sometimes ignorance is bliss. Maybe he's just immune to it. You never know.
Absolutely.
But he's the only one of the 4 not in the progressive pot, so all that money is going to carry over to the next tournament.
Yep, and it's been building forever. So I look back. When I first started it, and I had this thing on my computer, Progressive Pot 2018. I looked at it, and I was so excited. Like, Progressive Pot was at like $10,000. You know, I was like, oh, it's up to $10,000. This is great. I just started it for nothing, and $10 at a time. Now it's up to almost $100,000. It passed $100,000 in February, and it's just one of those things that over the years it just accumulates and accumulates, and we've given some chunks out of it too over the years. I mean, some people have taken some chunks, and it just keeps on growing. So one of those things that, you see all those guys playing the progressive pot machines downstairs. We got one up here, too.
Are you following me around? What are you talking about?
Schlem hasn't ever sat at that progressive down by the lobby coffee shop.
Oh, no, I don't know what I can't even get to. I can't even get to the lobby.
Never
from here.
Never seen you.
I don't even know where that's at.
Never seen you.
Our progressive pot up here is bigger than a lot of those downstairs right now.
True facts right there, sir. True facts.
That's something I never thought would happen, and just to watch this thing grow.
That one's wide left.
It was one of those things of he got pulled it down a little bit from the top, and it was going left off the hand there.
Yeah, I mean, I think when my dad started this, the first tournament, we only had maybe 100 people here or something like that. And, he was bowling big tournaments for years in Vegas. Like, my dad was traveling to Vegas 3 or 4 times a year to bowl all this stuff. And he just got sick of the payout coming home. And he could never quite make his money back. He's sponsoring people and stuff. So he made this tournament for the bowlers to where they can come out and
boy. Well,
that changes things
a little
bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's not something you see. Marco's only getting 8 pins, so he was in arrear anyways.
He's a 210 bowler, so he's not getting much handicap right now. Those splits and those missed pairs are really going to hurt out in this match.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big. It could be a $2,000 to $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 difference here.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, we've seen that match the other at South Point 2 years ago.
Yeah.
The guy had first place locked up and then chopped a spare in the 10th and ended up getting third.
Missed a 9 pin.
Yeah.
Missed
exactly.
the single 9 pin.
And he went from 25.
Javier.
Wow.
He's like I said, he's with his pins. He's pacing 250.
Maybe ignorance is bliss. I should try that more often.
I think it is. I tell you what, take the Pete Weber approach. Just pick this one up and get it off my hand and hit my target, and that's all I care about.
It was funny when Pete was here. We've had him at the TAT a couple times here, and he was just like begging me to bowl. He's like, "Can I bowl this? Can I bowl? When can I bowl this? This is awesome. Can I get in?"
And I think the thing to note there is Tarika ball change. She went to a stronger ball. She went to Ion Max. Again, on the fresh, just because she doesn't have the rev rate, just to get something to dig in and create a little bit more traction, right? Because like we're seeing Javier's a little bit left of her.
Yep.
Looks to be like a rock star, and it's got some surface on it, right? So, again, navigating the fresh after a full day of getting through the rounds of the oil was there, right? So it changes the strategy a little bit.
Yeah, and I just heard from a lot of people this week that the fresh is tricky for them. It's just hard to figure out. I mean, it's
'Cause
definitely
you don't see it that
playable.
often.
Yeah, it's definitely playable. But yeah, even at the tournament, we oil in the morning for the VIP and run 2-game VIPs, and we go right into qualifying afterwards. So the qualifyings are all on at least a 2-game burn. So they don't see a lot of fresh oil out here. So, but yeah, the guys that did figure it out, they bowled pretty good. The other guys, they were just seemed like they were fishing all day.
Pretty good pitch there.
But yeah, great week at the TAT. I want to thank the Rotogrip crew in the Orleans for helping us out here this week. I mean, I heard a bunch of great stories coming from the booth about you guys. So I want to thank you for doing what you do.
We have a lot of fun and a lot of people that it's a learning experience, right? For
yes.
Not only for them, for us. And I think that's always been our big thing of helping people understand and get better, right? There's a reason why they're here. There's a reason why they play the game, and to help advance them in the game, whether it's layouts or lane play or, I tell you what, there's been quite a few. I know Matt's probably had some too. It's been mental conversations, right?
Oh yes.
They're like, hey, can I ask you a question? And it's because we've worked with the best players on the planet, right? So you start telling stories of, okay, well, mentally you have to get to this spot, and it's just it's a fun time for us as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool that you guys get to help out people from all over the world. It's an international event. We got groups here from Norway and Mexico, and I mean, I think it's about 12 different countries here for this one.
Okay.
And almost every state is
I was going to ask, that
represented.
was one of the questions I had in the back of my head there. I was like, oh, it's always been that thing of, we bounce between like 10 and 12 different countries represented
it's
here.
right around the same. I mean, we got
okay.
Philippines and Norway, Ireland, the UK. I mean, there's a bunch of them. And almost every state, too, is represented here. So it's really cool that you guys get to come out and help those guys out, because they don't get that kind of...
Guys and girls.
Guys and girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't get that kind of knowledge at home that you guys can bring to the table. And they come out here, they can get a Rotogrip ball or two with their entry package, and at a huge discount. It's usually like $110. They get a brand new Rotogrip ball, and then they get you guys to lay it out for them on top of everything else, which is just the best in the world, helping you out and making you better. So it's a great, you're right, it's a great learning experience for everybody out here. And that's what I tell people, especially the younger crowd, or the people that haven't been here, just getting into bowling. This is fantastic. Like, you want to upgrade your learning curve, you come out here, you do something like this, you put the effort in this week, you're going to get a lot better right away.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we talked about some of the names that came out here 20-some years ago. I always said this was the Megabucks out here when the TAT and the High Roller and the Mini Eliminator were around. It was your first thing to do as when I became an amateur. I mean, it was just how you grew. It exposed you to a lot better bowlers and different bowlers and tougher playing conditions, and it really helped. Big break for Javier.
Yep.
But I've been a firm believer. Anybody who wants to get better, come out here and bowl.
Yeah, I mean, it's always just been a stepping stone to the PBA,
Yes.
and it still is today. We still see a lot of our bowlers going out, and I see them on TV, and I'm always rooting those guys on, because I know they started here. I mean, Bug Kroll is one of the most recent ones that have came out and started really doing really good on tour.
Yeah, they're rooting for Joel. He's got quite the cheering
boy right
section.
there.
He's the hometown kid
favorite.
trying to make good.
One thing I want to interject here too, fellas, when we're talking about all the different skill levels, all the different things, all the different countries. No two-hander in the finals here.
No.
We've got 5 thumbs in the ball.
Yeah, from
Oh.
I saw a lot of styles this week too, so that's pretty impressive.
Yep.
I mean, this pattern.
We got a couple lefties. We got a girl.
Yeah, it's a nice
We've got
representation.
high rev rate,
for
low
sure.
rev rate. We got the in between. I mean, we've got the
People
variety right now, right? And that's what's cool. Willie,
We needed that one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, Javier's got 146 in the 7th, spare up in the 8th. So if you give him his 44 pins, that's 190 in the 7th, spare working. Reynoso scratch is 145 double working. So Joel's basically down by 35.
Way now.
Nice messenger there from Marco.
Big shot there from Marco can shoot 211 plus his 8 pins. That's going to give him to 219.
That's a good score on this pattern. Let me
Yep.
tell you, on the fresh,
On the fresh,
that's a great
absolutely.
score.
Yep. Yep. So it's Javier's tournament to win or lose right now. Is where he's at.
Yeah, and the Orleans ran great, man. This is my second home. I mean, I've spent probably 10,000 hours in this building. Over
yeah, I was going to say.
I mean, and I love.
By the way,
this
that's
place.
10,000 hours this week. I think is.
Well, 100 and something hours times 20 years, twice a year.
That's it.
It adds up pretty quick. But yeah, I'll be excited to hang another banner up here and
Great shot.
give that beautiful trophy away. I'm excited to see what number is going to go on that check. And they're going to Progressive bought money. I got it sitting in a CD in the bank, and
Perfect.
I've just been waiting to pay it out. So people are like, oh, don't you hate it when people win that money? No, it's their money. They paid for it.
Yeah.
They built it over the years. I'm just holding on to it. So I like giving it away. It's exciting, man.
Well,
Is that a ball change?
no, it's the same ball. Another
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Another cross.
It's well,
Everything's going for him today.
that-
I mean, you need some luck in this final
Yeah,
match.
I mean,
there's been some rounds over the years where, some guys have done some things like that, hit a few Brooklyns. A little luck goes a long way in this final match.
it definitely does.
In the game of bowling, right?
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
it's not even this tournament. It's everything. Right?
Oh yeah, but this, I mean, you get a little luck, all of a sudden it's a $10,000 difference.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Great shot by Joel.
Pitch off his hand.
He's on it now. He's trying to in catch-up mode. See if
Well, yeah, I mean, he's trying to get if he gets off the sheet, he pretty much locks up second. He's got second locked up,
yeah,
guys.
that's 10 grand for second place.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
And then I think Javi just has to stay in the building. I mean, Javi's at 210 with a strike up in the ninth, so
Stay behind the foul line and keep it out of the gutter.
230. He might need him. If Joel gets them all, I think Javi needs a mark.
another
think where
good
we're
lesson
at.
here from Marco.
Yep.
Marco's not
Strong
finished
3 in a
yet.
row.
Marco's got 219 out there.
I mean, if it wasn't for that seventh from Marco, we'd have 6 in a row and have a decent look at it. But that seventh frame open really hurting him right now.
Yeah. Joel is in the 220s, so Joel is going to stay ahead of Marco. So it's just going to come down. If he can get this one, he'll force Javier to mark. He's going to force him to mark, guys. I think he's going to need a mark in the 10th.
And again, we talked about it. Anything's possible, and with the way the pin's been falling, they can also go the other way.
They
you
can.
throw a
I
good
mean,
shot, and then it's a split, and you're like, wait, how did that happen?
Javier is.
We've seen it all day. Like it's one of those things.
Yep. Well, that was a
Got a little wide on that one.
little wide. That's going to put him 199, so that'll be 207 with a spare with his handicap. So Marco can get passed by Willie and Tarika actually in the 10th frame.
Yeah,
so
it's still real close.
Yeah.
So the handicap's in there. So
Yeah.
right,
Yes, the handicap is in there.
perfect.
Joel, you won all 10, but oh boy, that could be really expensive.
Yeah,
That was
pretty.
expensive.
That could be incredibly expensive.
Didn't look that bad off his hand either.
It was just left. It was just left. He'd be the first one to tell you, I think.
Yeah.
So I think that might get it down to where Marco might just need count now. 210 strike up, so he's going to get the count twice. Yeah.
Is Willie that's going to stay there? Yeah, it was just too far up the lane. Didn't quite give it enough room.
Just never got comfortable. Never had good ball reaction.
Yeah, I mean, and he had some pairs. Well, it was right here, one of the later matches, right before we got to here, and yeah, I mean, Willie had 240.
Yeah.
So, but again, that just from the burn to the fresh, and
Makes a big difference.
it's a big difference. Yeah.
Well, it's
See what Tarika has here.
And that's a big
double here if she can get it.
Crossover.
Oh. That's a big key out here too. It's just managing and the transition and the fresh versus the burn and trying to figure it out for yourself. Because I mean, everybody throws it a little different. You got to figure it out for yourself. And the guys that do it and can figure it out pretty quickly, they'll make some money out there.
And it's one of those things, right? Like there's no set game plan. And you know, Matt and I had countless conversations throughout the week, right? Like, you know, some players looking for a certain, hey, I need this. Well, no, it's not. I mean, what pair are you on? How many people were on the pair ahead of you?
What were they throwing?
You know, was there 7 on the pair? Was there 8 on the pair? Were they using urethane?
Yeah.
Or how many were lefties? How many? What was the rev rates? Where did they start? You know, and that's the thing. Even this fresh oil, we've got 2 lefties, 3 righties, and we saw the transition happen pretty quick just in this one game.
Yeah.
Just
same spot.
really never got caught up to it. So,
So
but again,
it's going to
made
be
it this far.
5th place for Willie, but a great tournament. Hell of a
Great
tournament for Willie.
4th place,
Willie King.
$6,000 for Willie.
For 5th?
Fifth, 5,000.
Yep.
Yeah.
That'll be 5th place for him.
4th is 6,000. 3rd is 7.
So that gets Tarika 3rd by a pin.
$7,000 for 3rd place.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
So that was a $1,000 shot right there.
$1,000 pin right there.
That's a
So-
$1,000 stick.
So we got Willie King 5th, Marco 4th, Tarika 3rd. Now this is the shot.
I told you it was going to come down to the end.
Yeah.
I just knew it. It usually does.
I think he needs a mark.
220.
Or a decent count, I believe.
He's looking down. Got the arm set.
Big shot. Here it is.
Oh,
That's
that's
crossing
wide
over.
right. Oh, a 6 count. Okay. Okay. No, he's the winner. He's guaranteed. Well, no, he needs to hit one of them. He needs to hit one pin.
You're the math expert. I trust
Well,
you.
yeah, because it's 232 on the board.
He needs to hit
He needs to hit
one
one.
of these pins. So
What happens if we tie?
9th and 10th frame roll off.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll see what happens.
that's why that 7 count was so important.
Yeah.
Because if Joel gets 3 more pins, he's got to
Make that.
He's got to make it.
Correct.
He'd have to make it. Well, like I said,
That's
Javier.
the way the ball rolls.
Yeah,
Yep,
it
it is.
usually comes down to one ball at the end of this match, and I love it, man. It's exciting.
Javier
Look
needs a
down.
pin. One pin to win.
One pin to win. Add some speed.
Oh, it's
Add
pulled.
some speed.
Oh, he got one.
God.
He got
We
one.
got
2,
30. Well, no,
1. Oh, he was a winner anyway.
He, he was working off the spare.
All that or a strike. So that's why I got it counted twice.
That's right.
Yeah. So he did need to get
234.
one.
He needed to get
Yes.
one. Javier's our winner.
There you have it.
Here comes all of his friends out the lanes to celebrate. We got a rush
Oh, wow.
out here.
Wow, look at this.
I feel like I'm. Wow. Look. Yeah, Matt. Can we get a kick? Yeah.
Let's go. Hey, great tournament, boys. Thank you so
Exactly.
much,
Thank you,
Roto
Jamie.
Grip. Thank you guys
Thanks,
for coming
buddy.
out, man. Appreciate you guys.
Absolutely.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you very much,
Hey,
brother.
love you guys, man.
Love you guys, man.
Great
Wow.
week, great week. Roto Grip, Roto Slim, the sheriff over here to my left, taking care of business.
And
you guys are
you're-
the best, man.
And you go back to Joel's fill ball.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that.
If
Holy
he strikes,
shnikes.
he's a winner.
Yeah.
If he strikes, he's a winner.
Yeah,
Wow.
that 7 count
Yep.
really cost it, man. You know,
And Joel's like, yeah, man, I'm okay.
hey, he
All right.
takes it in stride. Joel's one of those
Absolutely.
guys. He takes it in stride. So,
10,000 isn't a bad
and
consolation.
he was not
All
in
right.
the progressive pot. So
Okay.
no extra
So that's
action.
it.
No
No
extra
extra
money.
action.
91,000 carrying over to February at South Point. TAT Nationals, end of January, start of February, over Super Bowl weekend. We got it's going to go over 100,000 in February.
Oh, for sure.
I guarantee it.
Yep.
So it'll be a $100,000 progressive pod. The winner can actually take home over $100,000 in February at the TAT Nationals. So come on out, everybody. You won't be disappointed. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Thank everybody for coming out and supporting us, and we hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
I
I
got a trophy presentation, so
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna get out
Well,
of here.
we'll come down there with you. And
Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah. And here we are, Matt.
Yep.
You want
Slim?
to? It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. That was quite the ending to quite the game, and yeah. And now action's done. He's not in the progressive. He was the only one not in the progressive. So yeah, I guess it's time to pack up and move on down the road.
So, for everybody, thank you so much for inviting us into your homes today. Have a happy and safe summer holiday, and we'll see you next time. Thank you,
All right.
everybody.
And that is the arm in the live stream.
You've been watching the finals of the 2025 TAT Summer Classic. The TAT Summer Classic has been brought to you by the Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, by Kegel, by Coolwick, by Hochstadter's Slow and Low, by Sin City Apparel, and by Rotogrip. The preceding was an exclusive presentation of Rotogrip Bowling. Own it. Once again, thanks for watching.